Elon Musk has long been a revolutionary figure in the world of technology. But this time, his decision was so bold and dangerous that the entire team around him, even his closest advisors, worried that this move could lead to disaster. He had taken a risk that could have brought one of the world's most valuable companies, Tesla and SpaceX, the pioneer of space technology, to the brink of bankruptcy. But why? The answer to this question was the beginning of a story that will take everyone's breath away. It all started with a mysterious proposal that arrived at Elon Musk's office one morning. Technology giants, known around the world, but rivals to each other, unexpectedly wanted to meet with Musk. The offer required putting the resources and reputation of both Tesla and SpaceX on the line. It required a decision that many would call mad courage. For Musk, too, it was much more than a simple business deal. The potential behind the offer could change not only the fate of their company, but the future of humanity. That morning, Musk was filled with a different kind of energy than usual in his office. He had meticulously prepared documents in his hands and a thoughtful expression on his face. Musk was deeply silent as his advisors explained the financial risks of accepting this offer. But this silence was not unlike the calm before the storm. The familiar gleam in his eyes told us that something big was coming. With a single move, he was about to make a decision that could change both the world of technology and the lives of billions of people. In the boardroom, around a long table presided over by Musk, the team was discussing the consequences of this decision. If we fail, Tesla could lose hundreds of billions of dollars in value, the chief financial officer warned. It would set SpaceX's Mars dreams back by at least a decade, another executive who heads up space projects expressed concern. But Musk's expression did not change. Then, with his famous determination, he spoke calmly. If we want to achieve great things, we have to take great risks. Humanity can only move forward with bold steps. This sentence caused a deep silence in the meeting room. Everyone knew his vision, but were still worried about taking such a big risk. Musk knew that this decision was not just a business strategy. It was a turning point for the future of humanity. But everyone had the same question. Was Elon Musk really making the right decision, or would his boldness lead him and his companies to disaster? Elon Musk's decision quickly took the tech world by storm. The press was making headlines about the risk Musk was taking, while economic analysts were trying to understand the motivation behind this move. But Musk remained silent amid all this speculation. He didn't even make a single statement. All they knew was that a large portion of Tesla and SpaceX's resources were being channeled into an as yet undisclosed project. Behind the scenes, however, things were much more complicated than expected. When the proposal landed on Musk's desk, it required him to make a serious decision, not only financially, but also ethically. The project promised to develop a technology with the potential to solve the global energy crisis. But to develop this technology, he needed to collaborate with rival companies. Agreeing to sit at the same table with giants such as Apple, Google, Amazon and Microsoft was not in line with Musk's principles of independence and authenticity. Now he had to partner with these companies to bring to life an innovation that could change the whole world. Musk's team was vehemently opposed to the idea of collaboration. Diane Carter, one of SpaceX's technology leaders, argued that the deal could have dangerous long-term consequences. These companies don't think outside of their own self-interest. If they partner in this project, they will end up monopolizing everything, Carter said. Tesla's marketing director made a different point. The public loves Tesla and SpaceX because they are unique. If we enter into this deal, people could lose trust in our brand. But as Elon sat at the table listening to everyone's comments, he was thinking about only one thing. If this technology is realized, carbon emissions could be drastically reduced and the world could move towards a more sustainable future. This was not just a business deal, but a giant project for humanity. But first it had to prove itself. In the early stages of the project, he decided to put in the work day and night to make sure everything went smoothly. The deal was announced in a meeting that made waves around the world. Musk and the CEOs of other tech giants shook hands in front of the press, formalizing this historic collaboration. However, this friendly display in front of the press hid a different reality behind the scenes. The terms of the deal were extremely complex and each company had prepared its own strategy to maximize the benefits of the project. In this balancing act, Musk had to keep both his partners and the project in check. The first step was to develop a prototype of a revolutionary energy storage system. But as the project progressed, unexpected challenges began to emerge. Initial tests showed that the system was much more costly than expected. Musk's companies had to bear a large part of this burden. What's more, some of the partner companies were not giving the project the attention it needed, prioritizing their own interests. Apple's executives demanded that their aesthetic standards be applied to the prototype's design, while Amazon's representatives insisted that the technology be used for logistics. Musk seemed caught between these demands, but his strategic acumen and determination kept the project moving forward. One night, while working on the prototype in SpaceX's engineering lab, one of his team discovered a major problem. The system's energy efficiency was much lower than originally intended. If this problem was not solved, the project would not only turn out to be a disappointment, but also discredit Musk. The team began working day and night to solve this crisis. A team of engineers sent from Tesla met with experts from SpaceX. Everyone was doing their best to meet this challenge under Musk's leadership. In the meantime, however, partner companies' interest in the project was waning. If the project failed to achieve its goals, Musk's companies would suffer the most. Even under all this pressure, Musk did not lose hope. A few days later, during a conversation with one of his engineers, he came up with a brilliant idea to solve the problems. It would not only save the project, but also make the system much more efficient than expected. But the idea required restructuring the project and allocating more resources. This meant Musk was risking everything. As developments proceeded apace, the world continued to follow this historic project with curiosity. People couldn't wait to see the outcome of Elon Musk's bold move. However, the end of this story was going to be very different from what everyone expected. After a long period of work, the reconfiguration of the prototype and the implementation of a new energy efficiency solution marked the final stages of the project. Elon Musk had focused all his resources and energy on this plan. For the millions of people around the world who followed the project, it would either be a huge success story or the biggest failure of Musk's career. Other companies' interest in the project had waned, and some were quietly considering pulling out of the project, believing that the collaboration was no longer fruitful. But for Musk, it was just a challenge. SpaceX and Tesla engineers came together in one of the world's largest energy storage laboratories to conduct the first tests of the new plan. The first results were beyond expectations. The prototype offered energy efficiency far beyond the initial target. In fact, the technology would not only reduce carbon emissions to zero, but also revolutionize energy costs. But before this achievement could be announced, one last hurdle had to be overcome. Musk had to reconvince the companies that had invested in the project. A press conference was soon organized. As Musk entered the hall, he was his usual calm and confident self. But inside, waiting to greet him with tough questions were journalists, the media, representatives of the partner companies that had allegedly pulled out of the project, and even some investors. The purpose of the meeting was to clarify whether Musk could continue this project on his own. There was a deep silence in the hall. When Musk took the microphone and began to speak, everyone's attention was on him. "I am here today to announce the completion of one of the most important projects in human history," he began. He then announced that the new prototype had been successfully completed and that the test results had far exceeded the targets. As the prototype's performance data and simulation images were shared on the screens in the hall, the faces of the audience were filled with amazement and admiration. "This project is not just the success of one company, but of all of humanity," Musk said. But he saved the biggest surprise for last. While the project's partner companies planned to use the technology solely for profit as per the initial agreements, Musk announced that he had decided to offer the project to humanity for free. "This technology is designed to make the world a better place. We are not here for profit, we are here for the lives of future generations," Musk said. This announcement shocked the world. Representatives of the partner companies did not know what to do in the face of this move. Musk had completed the project with his own resources and made the patent rights completely open. This made it impossible for technology giants to create a monopoly over the project. The applause in the hall turned into a storm. People were giving Musk a standing ovation for his courage and vision. In the following days, this new energy technology was adopted around the world. Access to energy became easier in developing countries, and carbon emissions began to fall rapidly in big cities. Elon Musk's bold decision became known not only as a technological revolution, but also as an inspiring story for humanity. Despite Musk's move, partner companies continued to look for ways to use this technology for their own benefit. But Musk's measures made the technology accessible to everyone. His move is a reminder of the importance of ethics and the common good, both in business and in society. In conclusion, Elon Musk went down in history not just as an entrepreneur, but as a leader working for humanity. His courage, vision and values have inspired millions of people. And so, the story of not just a technological revolution, but a great step forward for the common future of humanity is written in history. If this story moved you and you want to meet many more inspiring, emotional and stunning stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel.